Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve. I'm coming to you from beautiful Franklin, Tennessee for some meetings with our mastermind group down here. And one of the sessions that I'm doing today is on the absolute explosion of what's called the parallel economy. Now, for those of you who are discouraged about the midterms, rightly so, for no question, this is a huge bright spot for the future of our nation, undeniably. The parallel economy, of course, is a holistic term that denotes the rising up of alternative businesses, structures, and institutions that together provide a social ecology wherein the eternal values of faith, family, and freedom can flourish. And in terms of the current state of the situation, the parallel polis is absolutely booming as we speak. One sign that the parallel economy is growing is the fact that it's gone mainstream. Go ahead and Google parallel economy, and you'll see article after article after article being written about it in finance and technology circles. And they all recognize that it all more or less began with the advent of cancel culture, particularly with the banning of President Trump from Twitter and Facebook, along with the banning of Parler from AWS and the Apple App Store and Google Play Store, as well as all, the banning of prominent conservatives from Shopify and PayPal and the like. That was the catalyst for one, a massive exodus of users away from traditional big tech, and two, a slew of investors pumping money into new tech like Rumble, Truth Social, with an entire parallel economy emerging around that. When all is said and done, 2020 was perhaps the official declaration of independence by conservatives from the mainstream economy. And that's because really in the end of the two events that effectively wokeified virtually all major corporations in the nation. First, the race riots in the aftermath of the whole George Floyd incident, and the Democrat-led vaccine mandates that corporations were more than willing to impose on their employees throughout the nation, with hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people losing their jobs. And as a result, cancel culture went mainstream. Now everyone knew at least someone who had been canceled. And that's nice and loud. And the potential for a parallel economy just absolutely skyrocketed, and investors took notice. Now, virtually any product or service today can be found with a deliberate parallel economy angle. One of my favorites that I came across, and I'm sure you know them, is Jeremy's Razors. You guys familiar with Jeremy's Razors? They're the best. And one of their ads goes like this: friends don't let friends shave with woke razors. We can't build the parallel economy overnight. It's going to take time, but with your commitment, it will happen. And razors are just the start. It's a great ad, and they're right. As it turns out, razors are just the start. The Daily Wire is pouring $100 million as we speak into kids' entertainment in direct response to Disney going full-blown woke. In fact, I did a video just last week you could check out on Disney losing upwards of $50 billion in market value ever since they came out against the parental rights law in Florida with Ron DeSantis. The billionaire Peter Thiel is pumping a massive amount of funds into the parallel economy. He's got a fem-tech company called 28 that unabashedly affirms the biological reality of what it means to be a woman. And he's the chief investor in Rumble, which has just partnered with the brand new payment processor company called, conveniently enough, Parallel Economy, right? I think Dan Bongino's behind that. And together they're in the works of building actually their own full internet server, which is very common. I've met several patriots who are building their own servers that are in effect becoming totally cancel-proof. But obviously the king of them all, the single most significant player in the building of a parallel economy, is none other than the one and only Elon Musk. I mean, who would have ever imagined that Twitter, the single biggest instant messaging platform on the planet, who would have ever imagined that that platform that started all of this with the banning of President Trump, who would have ever believed that that platform would end up becoming the very front lines of the very parallel economy it originally ignited. First and foremost, Musk is completely transforming Twitter. He's bringing long and short form video into the mix to compete with TikTok and YouTube. He's creating an internal payment processing system to create a full-blown e-commerce system at parallel Amazon, all completely, totally emancipated from woke Inc. And now the advertising possibilities for a parallel economy are astronomical. You may have heard, well, we did a video on this a couple of weeks back. Musk tweeted out an announcement that Twitter had a massive drop in revenue, and he was threatening to name and shame the advertisers who were succumbing to the pressure of the far left boycotts so that we can counter boycott them. And this is absolutely huge, precisely because of how it ties in with this burgeoning parallel economy. And that's because boycotts are only one side of the equation, aren't they? What's the other side of the equation in consumer politics? You guys know this if you're regular to this channel, right? Boycotts. So while boycotts refuse to purchase from companies that offend our political values, boycotts are intentional purchases from companies that support our political values. And so what Musk is doing here is he's setting the stage for perhaps the biggest boycott opportunity we've ever seen. At the very least, pro-free speech, pro-traditional value companies are going to be advertising on Twitter, will be advertising on Twitter, regardless of what Musk does, right? And if he does release the names of those companies to boycott, then we're going to see potential parallel companies fall in line right along with that. So the parallel economy is booming like never before, and it's only going to get bigger, especially as corporations continue to go woke. They're going to inevitably, of course, go broke. And that guarantees that the parallel economy is nothing less than the mainstream economy of tomorrow. As always, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button, and you will definitely want to check out my latest video on a proven ballot harvesting strategy that will crush the Democrats in 2024. It's won in 2 elections in a row, and you're not going to want to miss it. So make sure to click on that link, and I'll see you over there. God bless, guys.